Hi, folks. You're with Tacitus today. Tacitus today, your pushback channel, and thank you for joining this audio no pictures live stream. Please listen to this presentation as you would a radio broadcast as you drive along on your car, your truck, or along in public transport. In this essay, I'd like to talk about how the Western and globalist media is handling very differently the uprisings in Bangladesh. Now, for those who don't know, Bangladesh is within the Indian subcontinent. It's to the north of India, and it's a Muslim, a dirt poor basket case, failed state Muslim country. And they've had a number of riots there over some days now, or weeks even, and to overthrow the authoritarian, this is as the globalist media describes it, the authoritarian government there that is not listening to the will of the people. Is oppressing the people, engaging in authoritarian measures. The will of the people, the will of the people. Now, Bangladesh is an all-brown country and, as I say, Islamic. So the government had to flee Bangladesh, dramatic scenes of politicians rushing to helicopters to escape. And then the mob coming in and occupying the prime minister's or presidential palace, whatever they call it there. And this is mobs rioting, lawlessness out of control, and so on. Now you think that would be condemned in any place, but not so. Instead, the overthrow of this supposedly authoritarian government, headed by a woman no less. The overthrow here is celebrated by the globalists and particularly the left side of the Guardian and all that sort of thing. The left side of the media commentariat. It's stunning and brave, stunning and brave. Brown people fighting back. The courage of the brown people, those brave brown people fighting back against authoritarianism. And they were justified in doing so because they were being oppressed. Their rights, their legal rights were being undermined. There were quota systems for the public, the better jobs in the public service. There were quota systems there. There were quota systems for universities and higher education. There was censorship in social media. There was the authoritarianism, but these brown people, they took to the streets. They set fire to things and they fought back, stunning and brave. Wow. Okay. Whoa. All right then. Well, is that the standard? Is that the benchmark then? Now, the same commentariat, the same, and white people took to the streets in Britain to protest about those fucking Nazi scum. But wait a minute, stop. They were complaining about being censored. Doesn't matter, they're scum. They were complaining about, quotas and affirmative action that's giving jobs away to unqualified black and brown people who've been shipped in against the will. I mean, the British people never got a vote on it. They were asked. They never approved this sort of thing. Doesn't matter, scum, Hitler, Nazi. But wait a minute. If the Bangladeshis do it, it's stunning and brave. It's brown people standing up. But if the same thing happens to white people and white people complain they're Nazi scum, is that the standard here? I mean, how are we? So when we look now, in order to sort of understand the contrast, the British protests and riots were occurring across the same overall sort of timeline as the Bangladeshis were, and yet the media handles the complaints that the British Indigenous people have is very similar in many ways to the complaints that the Bangladeshi citizens had. Yet one is touted as stunning and brave, and the other is Nazi scum. I mean, digest that if you can and see where it goes. You've been with Tacitus today, your pushback channel, and thank you for listening.